Christina Corinthos is perplexed by Molly's new attitude, and so are we. While General Hospital's Davis girls would occasionally have a few spats, they have generally been a pretty close set of siblings with a loving mother by their side. For all intents and purposes, Christina Corinthos and Molly got along famously. But now they do not. And there doesn't seem to be any real reason for this sudden change. When GH decided to replace Lexi Ainsworth with Kate Mansi, a whole new version of Christina was born. Mansi's Christina is extremely chatty, not as brooding, and has a bit of a flighty attitude, while Ainsworth's Christina was more quiet, pensive, and introspective. Neither version of Christina was or is someone who likes to hog the spotlight, but you'd be hard-pressed to convince Molly of that. It came as a shock to both Christina and fans when Molly had such a visceral reaction to the idea of Christina carrying a child for her and TJ Tajbello. Her excuse was that Christina only wanted to be the center of attention and had a habit of making everything all about her at all times. But from the looks of things, this new version of Molly is the pot calling the kettle black and is reveling in the attention she is getting by having fertility issues and using a surrogate to become a mother. On the other hand, Christina remains hurt and baffled by her sister's new attitude, as GH tries to pretend this has always been Christina and Molly's relationship. But you can't just recast two characters and create a whole new backstory for them, when fans already saw the original backstory that was still playing out earlier this year. Christina and Molly never had this kind of animosity between them, and it's a disservice to the story and an insult to the audience to keep telling us they did. Perhaps GH had good intentions when it decided to feature an infertility story, with one sister wanting to be a surrogate for the other. And maybe the show felt it needed an actress who could commit to a contract right away to play one of them, so it recast Ainsworth with Mansi. However, through no fault of the show, Molly suddenly had to be recast. The original Molly, Haley Pullos, got herself in legal trouble due to a serious DUI charge and had to vacate the role. As of this writing, we have a fourth actress playing Molly, Kristen Veganos, in as many months, and this infertility story just isn't catching on with fans. It's hard enough to invest in a story between two beloved characters who grew up before our eyes with one character recast, but if the other character has to be recast 3 times in a short amount of time, it's time to throw in the towel and shelve a story. Add in a sudden change in the character's history, and you have a disaster plot in the making. GA has had a hard time putting stories on hold and admitting defeat in recent years, but in this case, it's more than necessary. Maybe after we get to know our new Christina and Molly a little better, and Molly stops her "poor me, Christina is a villain" act, it can be revisited.